Yo, guys. I just made the WWE versus TNA. What do you watch on Thursday night video, and then it got me thinking. WWE versus TNA. Now, imagine how sick that would be if you're sitting there watching Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown or TNA Thursday Night Wrestling Impact or NXT even or whatever else WWE has to offer, and out of the blue, there's an invasion, and in comes okay, let's say WWE gets invaded. Let's say John Cena is having a match with The Rock, and all of a sudden, wait, that was CM Punk. My bad. Okay, let's say his music goes off, and then it's not CM Punk though. It's someone like Hulk Hogan, for example, or Sting. Maybe they might save Sting, but let's say Sting and Hulk Hogan, they come down and they start beating up John Cena and who was he fighting again? John Cena and The Rock, and it's and they start grappling and whatever, and they just beat the pulp out of them and slam them through some tables and end it with a sharpshooter on The Rock, because The Rock also liked to hit the sharpshooter. And then hit a leg drop on John Cena, and that's Hulk Hogan's way of saying, you can't see me, we ain't gonna five knuckle shuffle, I'm gonna kick you down and then leg drop you to the ground. Just imagine, can you imagine? I really enjoyed back in the day when ECW and WCW invaded Raw, WWE or WWF or whatever. I think it was WWF. That was crazy, man, and it just shocked my system, because I didn't have the internet and stuff. I didn't know none of that was gonna go down, so I was excited to see something like that. Yeah, just think about it. You would have matches like Sting versus The Undertaker, that would be legendary. AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Who else, yo? You could have Matt and Jeff Hardy team up, and they'd be on TNA side and fight R-Truth and Kofi Kingston. All that shit would be super entertaining. And honestly, I definitely am on the side, even though this thing's dead and gone, but I am on the side of VKM, Voodoo Kin Mafia, formerly known as Road Dogg and Mr. Ass, and they were in TNA with the Voodoo Queen, and they were all getting up on WWE and shit. They were all in front of their offices, and they got pissed off that DX was back, or at least that's what the storyline made it out to be, and it was just so entertaining seeing that Road Dogg and Mr. Ass were going to be the ones to try to cross that border. Make WWE cameras, I guess, pay attention to TNA for a hot second, and put both names into the papers, because I think that would be fucking live. Another thing that I think should have been done is back, I forget if it was last year or a couple years ago or whatever. This has nothing to do with TNA, but imagine if ICP invaded the Royal Rumble back when the Royal Rumble was in Detroit. That would have been crazy, man. You would have, I would have made a video right back then and there. That would have just been awesome. But no, that didn't happen, and I'm not totally bummed about it. But I'm just saying, this is stuff I wish would happen. Rather it be for the short amount of period of time. Come on now, they brought Brock Lesnar in for a month. All right, so I'm honestly sure that they can shed some light on TNA, because here's the thing: TNA basically always finds a way to take a shot at WWE. Honestly, they do. Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Anderson would be something, something, something. When I worked for that other company, they held me back or something. Or Christian might have had something to say back when he was Christian Cage in TNA. See small things like this. But and WWE not responding every time TNA, gives them like a shout out almost, like knocks them, a little bit of slander. Uh, WWE is like this big bad wolf, and they're not like turning around and like paying attention, which they should, because like the fans would probably love this little mix up. How awesome it would be. Like, sure, they're fighting for the ratings now, but they should definitely just look into like a storyline type invasion type thing. Like, it would just like be it'd be really cool and awesome and exciting, especially like right now. My favorite storyline in WWE is like this AJ CM Punk D Bryan line, like I think that's interesting, and like whatever Kane's up to, I'm out of that. Like I love that shit because Kane's one of my favorites. Um, but yeah, so that's my little rant or whatever you want to call it about WWE versus TNA. And then I threw in ICP there because we are the Juggalo Masters and we give a Juggalo reference to a lot of our videos. So yeah, so this is me and I'm out. Like, wouldn't you like to see WWE like versus TNA in the future? Because I know I would. Like, who would be a good like person to spark, like, give a nice response, a shot back at TNA. Chris Jericho, because he has amazing charisma. I think he'd be the perfect man to like slander TNA or like smack him where it hurts or something, because he's a smart man. Anyways, yo, I'm out. Peace.